Alright, so today we're going to be taking a quick look at the Anker 737 Powercore 24K power bank. So this power bank is a compact, high input and output 24,000 milliamp power bank designed to be more efficient in outputting at higher wattages that be required for something like a laptop. It's pretty small too, at only 6.13 inches long by 2.14 inches wide by 1.95 inches deep. So at the top you're going to get two USB-C ports. The first one up here is an input and output. The bottom one down here is only output, and then you have a USB-A, which is only output. So for the USB-C, you could do a total of 140 watts input or output via USB PD 3.1, and then you get a total of 18 watts out of the USB-A port. And you can see more in-depth specifications on the screen about how you can output from the battery. Now on the side here, on the right side, you're going to get a button which gets you a really high quality, sharp display with a lot of awesome information. So to start, you just press the button once. Now, because I don't have anything plugged in, you are only going to get the percentage, but you can see on the screen what it would look like if you had something plugged into it, which I'll show you later. And on that first page, you're going to get your remaining battery, the time to recharge or discharge, and then the wattage for what each of your three USB ports are doing, whether that's input or output. Now, if you press the button again, you're going to get a different screen here, which is going to give you the temperature, the battery health, and the total input and output over the lifetime of the battery, as well as cycle count and screen usage. Now it's rated for about 300 cycles, but they don't specify how much capacity is lost once you hit those 300 cycles, so unfortunately, if you rely on this battery almost every day to charge your laptop, you're going to hit that cycle rating in about only a year. And as you can see right now, it's currently 75 degrees or 24 degrees Celsius. It's nice that they give you both at the same time. You don't have to try going through some menu to change it. And then my battery health is at 100 because I'm only at 2 cycles out of that 300. Now, one thing that kind of disappointed me about this battery when I got it, which I know most people won't care about, is that on this log screen, it actually showed a small amount of wattage input and output as well as some screen uses, which I assume is from quality control testing at the factory. I know that it really doesn't matter, but I wish that they would have reset it back to 0 so it's 100% accurate of what my usage is and doesn't have a couple extra screen uses mixed into mine. Now, hitting the button one more time is going to give you the third and final screen, which is just an auto screen off option, which you can change by simply holding the button down, and then it goes on. You can do it again for off. So what this means is just that if it's on, then the screen will automatically shut off after a small amount of time if you're not using it, and then if you press off, it'll just stay on, which I have it off so that way it stays on for this video. And then the other thing, which is pretty nice, is if you rotate it, it actually rotates with the screen. So every time you rotate your battery, it's always going to be visible. So another quick thing is, as with most of Anker's power banks, you can quickly press the side button twice, and as you'll see, a small green dot will appear in the top left corner, and this enables trickle charging mode. Now, you'd only ever really need this if something is plugged in that draws extremely little power, that the battery is not even detecting it, and keeps shutting off thinking that there's nothing plugged into it. It's going to be pretty uncommon that you'll ever need to use this, but if you ever do find yourself with that issue, you can go ahead and press it, and it will turn that on, and then of course you could press it again twice, and it shuts it right back off. And as you can see, and as was mentioned on the screen earlier, you actually can press that button twice to enable the trickle charging mode, and then you press it again to shut it back off, and now you have the full specification screen, which shows you your input, your output, your time remaining, and all that kind of stuff, which, if you have nothing plugged into it, is not exactly useful anyways. And one final thing with the output is this battery is designed to be more efficient at higher wattages. I believe the maximum efficiency is about 65 watts, as it's designed for laptops or maybe tablets rather than phones. It'll work perfectly fine with a phone, but it's going to be slightly less efficient. So unless you are specifically buying this to recharge a laptop, and if you only want to charge a phone, I would recommend buying something else. You could just get a regular 20,000 milliamp power bank. Anker does have some other options like that as well that are made more for phones. They even have one, I believe, that's 40,000 milliamps designed for phones. But if you do choose to get this one mainly because you want that screen and those cool features, then this one will work perfectly fine. So one thing real quick, I have a USB-C cable here. This is currently plugged into my laptop. So we're going to go ahead and plug this into the output. Well, as you can see, we got a weird error on the screen. I don't really know what that was. I've honestly never seen that before. But it does appear to be working. You can see we have 50 watts going into the laptop. Now this laptop supports 100 watts, but it's at 92%, so it's not going to take advantage of that full 100 watts. But as you can see, it's working perfectly fine. It's telling us that we're going out of the first USB-C port, and we have 1 hour and about 33, 45, 39 minutes remaining if it were to continue to drain at 50 watts until it's dead. And of course, if we go ahead and switch this over to the other port, it will pop up and it'll start outputting out of C2 instead of C1. You can see it's going the same 55, 60 watts or so. There you go, down to 50 since it's pretty fully charged. I'm going to go right back to the first one, and it's going to work perfectly fine. And as you can see, I did not get that error this time. I've never had that error using it with this laptop before. Not really sure what that error was. It said something about a voltage protection, but it charged perfectly fine, so not too sure what that was. So overall, I think that's about it. It's got great build quality, very nice input and output wattage rating, really sharp display, a lot sharper than the last Anker battery that I reviewed. I've had it for a couple months now, and I've used it with my phone and my laptop, and it's worked great. I have some other power banks that'll let me do some specific things, such as an AC output and this and that, but as a general power bank for my laptop, or even potentially my phone, I would definitely grab this one. And I would definitely recommend it over pretty much any other power bank that I've seen if you're looking to just charge your laptop. So hopefully this video helps you in making your decision about potentially purchasing an Anker 737. I will go ahead and leave a link to Anker's website in the description where you can purchase this battery. And at the time of making this video, and for the past few months, including back when I bought mine, they have been giving out a $60 discount on their website to anyone who goes to their website. I don't have any kind of referral link with them. This video is not sponsored, but they're giving this out to everyone directly on their website, and it's a $60 off discount, which as of now, I've seen them been doing this for the past couple months, so it doesn't seem like they're going to stop it anytime soon, which, again, at the time of making this video, makes the price come out to about $100 before tax for US customers, which, for what this battery can do, I think is a really good price. So, that's about it. Thanks for watching.